Hello, Mixtresses and Mixters. This is Mixtress Rae, and you're watching Mixtress Video. I am going to review 3 different pairs of in-ear headphones today. Just kind of talk to you about some of the basic stuff, and I'm going to review the Moshi Mythros. This is the purple pair. The Bose SoundTrue Ultra in Frost is this color. And the Panasonic ErgoFit in orange. Okay, so first let's talk about design. Actually, first let's do a little bit of a disclaimer here. What I want to say, I tested all these headphones with my iPod Classic with lossless files. I tested primarily, how many different songs? Let's see. Not About Love by Fiona Apple, White Pepper Ice Cream by Chibo Motto, and Waking the Witch by Kate Bush. So this isn't an extremely thorough test because I realized something. Oh, okay. First, I just wanted to tell you that I tested them all with my iPod Classic with lossless files in Apple's lossless format, with this little headphone amp called the FireEye Mini. So they were all tested on the same quality of... Actually, I'm lying. Waking the Witch is not a lossless file. Waking the Witch is... I have it as... Let me check. Let's see. Check and see what I have it stored as, because I haven't been able to find it in lossless. Right now I only have it in 320 kilobits per second. So one of the songs is 320 kilobits per second, and one of the and the other 2 are lossless, are stored in lossless, Apple's lossless format. So I just wanted you to know where I was coming from with that. And what led me to not doing a more thorough review of these headphones is a philosophy that I thought I would share with you guys. Basically what I found was, if I was listening to, and there were other songs that I listened to that I just didn't test as thoroughly as the ones that I took little notes for. What I noticed was that if you're listening to a high quality sound file through high quality headphones with a headphone amp or other high quality device, it sounded great. But if you're listening to one that's like a file that's not as high quality through headphones that are not as high quality through not the headphone amp, also sounds okay. I mean, doesn't sound as good, but basically there are just so many factors. So if you don't listen to your music in lossless file format on an expensive device through a DAC or a headphone amp, you're not going to get the most out of an expensive pair of headphones. And if any of those factors are, if any of those factors are missing, you're not going to get the most out of your devices. So I would say whatever your goals are as far as music listening, get something that's in your budget and make sure that all your devices sort of match that same quality level. And look for reviews on headphones and MP3 players and stuff like that that match your particular taste level, because sound is completely subjective. So if you like something that's a little less detailed, that has a little more bass, that doesn't mean that your way of listening to music is any less advanced than people that like $5,000 headphones, you know, and lossless file formats and whatever. Your particular taste, the way that you like to enjoy music is right. It is right for you, and don't let anyone tell you that it's not. So what made me ultimately decide, so I was like, you know, I was listening to these different songs, switching between these 3 different pairs of headphones, which, for the record, the Moshi Mythros, let me look them up really quick on Amazon. Just so I can tell you the current price of them. Wow, that's nice. They seem to be like kind of out of production, but they're still being sold, used and new by different sellers on Amazon for, looks like $20 or less, and there's lots of different colors, and so these are being sold for like $20 or less. Come on, baby, you know you want to focus. And these, the Panasonic ErgoFits, I got for $8 on eBay, and the Bose SoundTrue Ultras are $130. So I mean, there's a big range here, and they all sound good. They sound different. They each play different types of they each reproduce different types of music, better or worse, in my opinion. But it's just my opinion. They're all 3 of these headphones are rated pretty well. So what I ultimately decided, why I didn't go deeper into this process, is because I just started thinking, you know what, this is like, it's very difficult to pick apart why I like headphones. It's hard for me to articulate, and I can find something good about each pair with each song, and I can find something bad about each pair with each song. And since there's so many other factors, like, is the file format lossless? Am I listening through a good enough device? An iPod Classic arguably is not the best device for reproducing great sound. You know, is the file lossless or not? You know, all of these things play a factor in whether or not what you're listening to is the best that it could possibly be. There's just so many factors. So I just don't want you guys to take my reviews too seriously, because I seem to be a person that I maybe don't have as discerning of an ear as I thought I did, or I'm just realizing something that everybody that reviews audio equipment needs to admit, that we all have different tastes, that we all have different budgets, and what I think about sound may not be the same as what you think about sound. So really gigantic 8-minute disclaimer before I give you my reviews on these headphones, but let's just go into it. Let's start with the Moshi Mythros. The great thing about these is their design. I mean, it's a kind of, just to look at it, it's sort of a simple design. They have one button control on them and a mic. I'm waiting for you to focus, my little camera, my beautiful little camera. And another thing I wanted to say is what people typically say about cameras, same thing that people say about cameras, is, you know, you can review different cameras all day long, and there are definitely better cameras and there are worse cameras, but guess what? The actual best camera is the one that you have. So the fact that I have this camera, it's my iPhone camera, it's the best thing because I already have it. So that's what I'm going to use. And the same thing could be said of your headphones. The best headphones that you can possibly have are going to be the ones that you already have. That being said, more disclaimer, but these headphones, their sound signature, I would say, is pretty good. It's moderately detailed. What is on my finger? I think it's nail polish. I just painted my nails, so they're moderately detailed, and their sound is sort of darker, sort of echoey and dark, not as detailed as like the Bose. The Bose are the most detailed, which makes sense because they are the most expensive. So that's one thing, the cheaper the headphones, probably the less detail you're gonna get in higher quality sound files. But they're perfectly great for everyday use. They're extremely comfortable. They stay in my ears. I really like that the right ear cup has this little red thing, so I don't have to like look for the L and the R. Their design is, simple, classy. I've been using these for a year and 3/4. So they've got a little bit of, some little scratches on them here and there, but they have stayed together. I've been using them almost every day for at least 6 months now, and they work great. They do just fine. And for $20, you can get them, and there are several different color options: gunmetal gray, pink, silver, red, Tyrian purple, which I don't see the purple in that. Maybe it's just a picture of the gray. I think it's just a picture of the gray, but I think this is the Tyrian purple. I'm looking at it on my computer screen right now. But hey, perfectly great headphones from a company that isn't extremely well known. So perfectly great headphones for $20 on Amazon. Great, wonderful. Next, I will give you my little review of the Panasonic ErgoFits. The great thing about these is you can literally get them for less than $10 shipped. They come in, I think, 9 different colors, and let me look it up so I can tell you guys for sure. So I want to be accurate on the colors here. They come in blue, purple, green, red, pink. They come in pretty much every color of the rainbow. Red, orange, yellow, green, blue, purple, and then also pink, sort of a really pale translucent gray, and black. They, like I said, less than $10. They are very comfortable. They come with different size ear tips, of course. They're very comfortable. They are extremely lightweight, no controls of any kind, and the cord is a decent size. It's like 1 meter long. People have said in reviews that the cord feels really cheap. I mean, I guess it kind of does, but I really like how lightweight they are. These are just perfectly good. As far as the sound goes, what can I say about the sound? It is reasonably detailed. For $8 headphones, these are an excellent pair of backup headphones, or if you are a person that you usually just use the ones that come with your phone, these are going to be a big step up from that without costing hardly anything. So I would say, and the fact that they come in 9 different colors is just spectacular. I'm pretty sure they came out at the same time that the iPod Nano 4th generation came out, which was that first generation of Nano that came in 9 different colors. So I think that's what the colors are all corresponding to, which isn't a direct color match, but it's close enough. I honestly, these are fine. These are perfectly fine if you want to buy a pair of earbuds that are great for everyday use and you don't care if it doesn't have a microphone and other controls. These are comfortable. These sound perfectly good. You can't go wrong. You really can't. These are going to be a backup pair of headphones for me, but I can easily see myself being happy to go to them, you know? I'm going to get rid of my old earpods because those have been my backup pair. And I just, I don't need them anymore. So I definitely recommend these. They sound, let's see, what are some of the notes that I made about the sound on these? When I was listening to Not About Love by Fiona Apple, I said, it does sound less intimate. It's sort of a bigger sound stage than I like. It's a little bit more spacious, but if you like spacious, hey, go for it. It does have a little bit more distortion, and again, this is a high quality track that's primarily like old school acoustics, piano and stuff like that, this track. So the piano sort of receded into the background a little bit, but honestly, if I wasn't comparing it to other things, I would find it to be a little distorted because I've heard better. I would find it a little low quality because I've heard better, but again, these are $8 headphones, so the fact that they sound good at all, that I'm able to compare them to Bose headphones that are $130, I mean, that says a lot right there. Yeah, I mean, just overall, not as detailed as it could be, a little bit dull, but this is in comparison to headphones that are $100. So, again, they sound okay. This was the one that sounded the best on, and this particular song is in 320 instead of lossless. So these headphones definitely sound better with files that aren't super high quality. It sounds bright. There is a little bit I feel like these headphones are a little lacking in bass, but you could just turn on a bass booster on your EQ settings on whatever device you're listening to, and that would probably be fine. That would probably make up for it. So again, I really do feel like if you need a backup pair of headphones, or if you just need some everyday headphones that sound better than the ones your phone comes with, these are great. They're great. Now let's move on to the Bose SoundTrue Ultras. They cost $130. They have iPod controls and a mic. The mic sounds pretty good too. I actually did a voice recording with it, and it sounded almost as good as the microphone that's in my phone. So that was pretty great. It's not working. The controls don't work right now because I have them hooked up to this headphone amp, so it sort of bypasses that. But let's see. They reproduce pretty accurately the sound that you have. So if you have less good quality sound files, these aren't going to sound amazing because they're basically going to reproduce what you have. So I would say they'd almost be good as monitor headphones. They are pretty good at, reproducing the sound that's happening. I mean, they're pretty good. Sometimes I feel like they had sort of, I don't know, distortion a little bit, like a little bit of noise maybe, but I'm not sure exactly how to articulate that. It almost feels like, I guess what I would call it would be a lack of crispness. There's like a little bit of less crispness than I would like in my sound signatures in general. There's a little less bass than I would like, and there's a little less crispness, but I think that's more due to the fact that I prefer a more punchy sound than straight up music reproduction. So But overall, that's not something that I'm going to really be thinking about unless I'm comparing them to other headphones. The thing that's the best, the thing that I like the most about these, not only do they sound pretty good, they have this quality of making sound feel really intimate. And I think that has to do with the design. Because if you can see this design, it's very ergonomic. And this part kind of goes inside your ear canal, which I thought would annoy me, but it doesn't at all. And they fit in your ears so comfortably and so thoroughly that you sort of have to like unscrew them from your ears. You sort of have to do like a wiggle and a twist to sort of break the seal and get them out. So I like that because it means that those things are really in there, which means they're very sound isolating and they have the capability of making your music feel intimate. It makes it feel like the voices are inside your head. And that's my favorite part about these headphones. I think the sound stage itself could be a little bit punchier, could be a little bit bassier, but all of that is, I mean, next to the design and the functionality of these headphones, I would say makes up for it, because the sound reproduction is pretty good. If I wanted to boost the bass or something like that, I could do that with an EQ setting, and that would be fine. It comes with like this little clip, and I never have used these before, but I've been using it with this particular pair of headphones. I've been using these for a week now as my everyday headphones, and I've actually been using the clip because these fit so far inside your ear. Because these fit so far inside your ears, there's a little bit of, you know, how, like if you're chewing or something like that, you can hear it so loud whenever you have headphones that fit really far inside your ears. So there's a little bit of that kind of noise, like when the cord rubs against your clothing, there's a little bit of noise from that. So I've actually been using the clip to like clip it onto the collar of my coat or clip it onto the strap of my backpack or whatever, just to minimize the cord movement, and that really helps. But anyway, yeah, I would say that these are worth $130, definitely. And I'm sure that you could get like an older version of these, as Bose has been doing this design of in-ear headphones for a while now, so I'm sure you could get these, you know, another pair that are similar to these for way cheaper than $130. So, you know, go for it. If that's your thing, do it. But overall, I would say these are the best out of the three, but they're a lot more expensive. You know, they're like $120 more. They're $120 more expensive than these babies, than these Panasonics, and they're $110 more expensive than the Moshis. What'd I do with the Moshis? Oh, I just set them aside. And $110 more than these Moshis, which are also very good. So, I mean, you really can't go wrong with these headphones. It just depends on your budget, and it depends on what kind of sound you like. If you like a just straight up reproduction of sound and a lot of sound isolation, the Bose are going to be good for you. If you like a little bit more bass, go with the Moshi Mythros. If you like a brighter, punchier sound and a little less bass, go with the Panasonic ErgoFits. But like I said, it's so subjective. So I feel like headphone reviews, like I wanted to do more of that kind of stuff for you guys, but I'm almost feeling like I don't have the chops to do it. I'm just gonna skip this Madonna track because I don't really like that song and I don't want to look at it. Anyway, I don't know, I feel like I may not be that equipped to review headphones, but I can still, you know, just do some ASMR, showing off headphones, telling you my, limited knowledge on them. I really love watching people review sound, and I've been having so much fun lately with just, I don't know, just doing research on different sound equipment, different music players, different, just all kinds of stuff. I've just been having so much fun watching people talk about sound and how much they love sound, and so I wanted to join in on the conversation. So apparently I am less equipped than I thought, but I mean, the good news is I really don't need to like plunk a bunch of money down for more equipment, because I am able to really appreciate the things that I have. I mean, I did charge these to my credit card, which was a bad move because I don't have any money. I can't afford $130 headphones, but I'm not going to take them back because they sound pretty good. But it's really comforting to know if you are on a budget, you can get good sounding audio equipment. I mean, like, somebody has an iPod that they no longer use, that they would probably give you, just ask on Facebook. Just be like, does anybody have an iPod in their closet? I would love to take it off your hands for $5, Someone will do it. And then you can buy some $8 earbuds to go with it. I mean, like, things don't have to be out of your reach. Good sound does not have to be out of your reach. It is not out of your reach. And that is just so great, You can have a subscription to Spotify and a decent pair of $20 headphones, and you can be happy. You could even just like have whatever pair of headphones you can find, scrounge up in your house somewhere, and just listen to YouTube. We live in an age where it's not inaccessible to have great entertainment at your fingertips, and that includes music, and music's very important to me. And I hope that, maybe this review is just to say, hey, don't take this kind of stuff too seriously. Watch as many reviews as you want and get something out of them, but know that sound is subjective and that what you like is not necessarily what someone else likes. But if you can articulate what you like about this kind of sound that you like, you can find something in your price range that you will love. Whether that be headphones, whether that be a digital audio player, whatever that is, you can find something that works for you that's in your price range. You don't have to be a snob and buy $130 headphones. There are a lot of people that spend a lot of money on audio equipment, and if that works for them, that's great. I am definitely one of those people that I'm going to spend way too much money on music and things to play my music with, but it's comforting to know that I really don't have to, that no matter what, I'm still going to love my music, even if it's kind of crap quality, even if it's through headphones that only cost $8, I'm still going to love music no matter what. And I'm still going to have access. And that's a pretty cool, comforting thought. So I guess I'll just leave you guys with that. If I were to rank these headphones, I would rank them 1, 2, and 3. I think this is how I would rank them. And basically, the sound signature I might enjoy a little bit more on these Mythros, but since they cost $20 and these cost $8, I don't know if there's a $10 difference between how much I like these two, but there definitely is a big divide between the sound quality on these two and the sound quality on this one. So these are probably worth the extra money. In terms of design, sound quality, functionality of like the remote and the sound isolation and all that, just puts it above for me. But if you can't afford them, there are definitely good options for you out there. Both of these pairs here actually provide okay sound isolation. This one, these more than this. But yeah, not bad in the sound isolation category, either of these. So if that's important to you, which if you like in-ear headphones, it probably is. Anyway, so I guess I just don't have a lot of conclusions to draw here, except, hey, you know, the best headphones are the ones you got. The best audio player is the one you got. So embrace what you have, children. Dig out that old iPod and those old headphones and love them all over again. Have a great week. I will see you next week. Well, not the same time, because who knows when I post other stuff. But I do have a couple of other videos that I've already done, so I am going to be putting out content on a pretty regular basis for the next month or so at least. So I will see you then. Bye!